Hello and welcome back to the Beard Before Wicket podcast. It's episode... What episode is it, Rash? 4. He's paying attention today.
Go on, Rash.
Top man.
I'm on it.
Mo is still in India. You're staying there, but you've had a hotel change, you've had a city change, you've had a cap change, you've had a t-shirt change, and Rash has still turned up in the same clothes as last week. Same cap, everything.
I think if you look at it, I think it's different top. Same cap.
Just always black. Everything's black in
I like
order.
black. Black's good.
Yeah.
It's different bottoms. Different trainers.
Change your bottoms though.
Change the bottoms. Got to change your clothes, haven't you?
Bloody hell.
Rash, he's trying to rip you.
I know he's trying, but I don't know. He's trying a bit too hard.
Aye.
Crack on with the podcast. Crack on with the podcast.
Mo, how's it going, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, chilling, bro. Just like you say, change of hotel, change of scenery. Game today, actually, later on. So yeah, just cracking on with IPL.
So at the time of recording, it's Wednesday. Who are you playing today?
I have no idea.
Rajasthan Royals.
Oh, proper game. They had a cracking first game.
Let me tell you something. Rash says, that I don't know who's playing. I don't know what's happening. He watches the games and he knows exactly who's playing.
I swear I don't know who's playing today. Now I know who's playing.
Hold on.
You just told me now, literally 5 minutes ago. He told me, he's got a game today. Come on.
Listen
Hey,
to what
what?
Rash said. Rash said, are you playing?
Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting for?
Yeah, no, you did say, are you playing?
Yeah. You didn't say...
Are you actually playing? Are you playing? I don't know if he's playing in the 11.
Yeah, but you knew our team was playing. That's what I'm saying.
But I only found out now 5 minutes ago. But anyway.
Apparently, what did you say? You said to me on the phone yesterday, Mo, he's a badger.
He's a proper badger. Proper badger, Rash.
I'm a badger in what?
Cricket. He acts like he doesn't watch cricket and anything. He's like, he knows everything.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, I know everything.
He's terrible with names. Like
But no, how could I be? I know everything, but terrible with the names.
No, but who played yesterday?
Huh?
Who played yesterday?
This is where he acts like he doesn't know.
I was trying. I can't remember the names. I can't remember who played.
But you watched the game?
I watched a bit of the highlights, yeah, but I can't remember the actual.
Told
Played.
ya.
Was it 2 games on? Was it 2 games on?
One game.
One game. 2 teams were playing.
Yeah.
Also, we dropped a clip last week about your favourite song. And Mo, you text me saying...
Not my favorite. More thinks that's my favorite.
That is your favourite song. That is your favourite song.
Well, okay, let's go with it. Let's go.
Yeah,
with
I'm
it.
pretty sure you nodded, didn't you?
Let's go with it.
No, it is your favourite song, to confirm.
No, but let's go with it.
Alright, but Mo's getting a lot of inbound messages about the clip, saying that they love the clip, basically.
Yeah, it's good.
Who messaged you, Mo? What was going on?
Oh, loads of guys messaging me. Some of the players.
Sharu messaged him. Sharu. Did Sharu message you?
Who's Sharu?
Sharu Khan.
No. Actually, Virat messaged me saying, I can just imagine Rash with his shirt off dancing.
Love that. Yeah, no, people love that clip. I honestly left the podcast studio just thinking, I wonder what other songs Rash likes. You know, like that's a proper rant.
That's just the one I think from childhood he liked, and that's it. He just stuck with it.
Was it?
I don't know the words.
That is such a lie, bro. He knows the first 3, 4, 5 words, whatever it is.
Everyone knows the first 3 or 5 words.
Yeah.
Go on.
But anyway.
No, let's crack on.
Crack on, man.
All right, let's talk about IPL. Obviously, the IPL is underway. Every team's played at this point. By the time you guys see this and watch the episode at home, there will be other games that have gone on. But we're going to just talk about the first sort of set of games. But also, just before we do that, thank you, as always. The podcast is flying off the shelves, as I say. Everyone's tuning in, so we appreciate you a lot. More obviously, you've seen... Do you watch every game when you're there?
Most games in the evenings, yeah. Because you just sat having dinner and the games are on.
So is there, like, we were speaking on the phone yesterday and I was sort of saying, like, has anything stood out for you? And the thing that stood out for me, which Mo debunked this straight away, but why does it feel like every pitch is a road track and whoever's bowling is just getting smashed?
But I think generally in India, pitches are flat in IPL. Grounds are small. But I don't know, for some reason this year, people are looking like they just want to smash it and get the 300. I think Sunrisers did say something about getting that 300 mark. And the first game they played this, they tried to almost set that standard and getting that. But I don't know. People are just trying to be more positive, more aggressive, and just playing fearless cricket.
Do you reckon? Obviously, impact player makes a massive difference. You got an extra batter, you go in and smack it, whatever. But do you think what pitches do you think are flatter, Pakistan or India?
I would say Pakistan.
Yeah, so that was another thing I was saying. I was saying to Nubaid yesterday that the batting quality is obviously so high here as well. small grounds or like normal sized grounds, good wickets, and people are just going for it because of the impact player rule, and guys have just got the freedom to go and play, and it's incredible, bro.
But what I was sort of querying yesterday and thinking from like someone who doesn't play, Mo was saying the batters are sick, and I was saying, but you've got really good bowlers and they're getting smacked as well. So, like, surely it can't just be the batters being good, because then they should be able to smack players around at any given time, no?
No, but that's like any sport, you know. If you're bowling and you are gonna have an off day, batters will get after you, and vice versa. So you can have off days and stuff, but generally it is the batters who tend to go out there and be positive and try to get that.
Bowlers are brilliant. The bowlers are really good, but the wickets are really good as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's seaming around.
But they're not always going to have, and the bowlers are not always going to have good days as well. Seam bowlers are the world's best or whatever, they're always going to have these days where they do get smashed and stuff.
Yeah.
The batsmen get after them. So it goes hand in hand.
And also, there'll be a game where they're like 80 all out.
Yeah, because the way they're playing, real positive.
But that's quite rare. Like, where, 12 games in roughly, every team's made a big score. Every team.
Because it's early in the competition. Yeah.
You look at each team, look at their lineup, look at their batters. The local players, they got class. The overseas, they got, it's stacked with big hitters, not just big hitters, but class.
Yeah.
Class players. So they can afford to go harder up top, and then middle orders, and then the lower order, they've still got people who can come in at 8, 9, 10 who can bang it. So they got that freedom up top.
Yeah, and then this impact rule thing, MS Dhoni said, there's no need for extra masala, referring to the IPL's in a good space. I for one think it makes it more entertaining, but I don't feel like it needed to be more entertaining.
I think more competitive. Definitely,
so?
100 with the impact rules. Yeah.
He's got bigger scores, definitely.
Yeah.
Tighter games apparently from last year.
But I wouldn't say the games have been that tight.
Not this year, but last year they were tighter.
There's been a couple of tight games, haven't there, this year?
Apparently you don't watch them, pal.
No, there's been a couple yesterday and the day before.
Yeah, I think like because. And I don't know, like, my cousin was texting me, he doesn't watch cricket that much, but when he watches it, he tends to watch
like
the
you.
IPL. Apparently you don't watch cricket, pal.
He does watch cricket.
I've watched every single IPL game so far, by the way.
Well done. That's good for you then.
Clarify.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Get some knowledge.
Rush would have watched all the highlights.
I watch it on YouTube when my little ones are going on YouTube and they start watching cricket. They start, okay, right, this game was yesterday. They'll click it and just watch the highlights on that. So in that way, so I wouldn't sit down and put the.
So you're blaming the kids?
No, so I wouldn't put a record. Right, I've got to watch the last game, this game, that game, and stuff. So I wouldn't do that for even not IPL, but just generally for any cricket, whether it's international.
See, see what I mean? He makes out like he's not a badger. He's a badger, bro. Don't worry about him.
What's the badger about watching a bit of highlights?
No, I'm just saying.
Is that a
But
badger?
you make out like you don't watch any cricket.
So if I watch a bit of cricket, say if I watch, did I say any cricket? See how he's telling? Did I say I watch cricket? I watch it, but not to that extent.
Yeah, you do.
But apparently, I'm a badger watching a bit of cricket. So what does that make you then?
No, I watch cricket, but you make out like you're not a badger.
So you're a bigger badger than me.
I'm a bit of a badger. It's fine. Everyone's a bit. Well, most cricketers are badgers.
I said bigger badger.
You look like a badger.
What is a badger?
It's an animal. Black and white.
I gotta ask, why is a badger such a big diss? Nobody wants to be a cricket badger.
Don't know.
That's more.
No. People.
He's only started. He called
people
me a
are happy
badger.
to have the. Most players, cricketers are badgers. A lot of the, just for example, a lot of Indian guys be watching IPL games on the bus on the way home, or like after training, stuff like that.
So he would
it's not that,
classify
but
them as badges.
Rush should make out like he's cool, and I don't do that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Cool. It's not about being cool. It's not about being cool.
Do.
If I don't watch him much, I don't watch him.
You do watch it though. That's the thing.
But he's trying to say,
okay,
you don't watch it. But why are you saying you do?
You do watch
so
it.
I said, no, to be apparent, what he's saying, I sit at home,
100%.
set it up, and
no, I never said you put it on record. You just sit there watching cricket.
But I don't sit there. I told you what I do. My little ones go on YouTube, they put it on,
No.
and we just watch it.
Nubaid, let me tell you exactly what he does. He watches a game. He comes in the next day just saying matches. He's like, what happened yesterday? Who won?
I'll tell
and
you.
he knows. And he's like, yeah, he bowled well. And like, how do you know he bowled well? He's like, yeah, I was watching it. So you must know the result.
No, you're lying. Why are you lying for?
Let's crack on.
Yeah, we'll let people decide. The reason I was asking is obviously we've got like a really big audience that's outside the UK, and Badger's obviously like a UK Aussie term.
There's nothing wrong with being a badger.
Yeah, I'm saying being a badger is actually a good thing.
Because that's your sport, innit? If
you're a professional cricketer.
Yeah, if you're a cricketer and you watch cricket, you are a badger. You're either a badger. You're not. Nothing wrong with being badger or not being a badger.
Yeah, just accept it, innit?
Yeah, just accept it. Like, just accept it. You're a big badger and accept it.
Carry on, man. Joke's over.
The big badger, a big one now. You're a big badger. Anyway, back to this impact player thing. because of what Dhoni said, I sort of thought like being one of the most famous IPL players, being one of the most famous cricketers, him saying that it didn't need any extra masala made me think. I actually personally enjoyed the IPL before the impact player rule, because now like if you sit down and watch any IPL game, you know what's gonna happen. A team's gonna get slogged about for 15 overs. And then it's going to be tight for 3 or 4 overs, and they're going to get slogged about again. Huge score. The other team just has to come in and smash the ball around. I don't know, like me personally, I don't know if I find that entertaining.
I think it's more strategic as well for the teams having that impact player, so they can always have that 12. So I think that's what it is. I think they name a 12 with that in, whether it's a batsman that goes in or whether a bowler goes in, depending on the situation. But I think, like you say, in terms of batting wise, the scores, the batsmen and the team can go a lot harder because they've got that extra player to come in and do damage, and vice versa with the bowling as well.
I think also if like so for example, Rohit's got a bit of a niggle, he can bat, but then he'll get subbed out or subbed in. Obviously, like if he doesn't field, and then he's the impact player. So it kind of keeps your best players in the game, even if they have a bit of a niggle or whatever.
Okay, kind of makes sense. I just don't like, in my opinion, I just
I
don't
think
know.
the game's evolving, isn't it? The game's evolving.
I actually think it's all right. I was a little bit against it, but I think it's all right
Why do you think it's alright?
because it is entertaining. Because there are a lot of 6s and 4s, and
More freedom for players to actually go.
another thing will happen. So sometimes in T20 cricket, you always generally have like a weak bowler, like as a main bowler, a weaker bowler. But in this, because of the impact player, there's you can play your best 5 bowlers or 6 bowlers.
I don't know. I think it's one of those things where, when they add things to a sport, and I'm just like, I just don't think this, like, IPL was perfectly fine without this.
But over the how long has it been going on for? 2 years now.
Yeah, second year.
2-3 years. But have you seen a big change in terms of scores?
Yeah, and that's why. And this is why, like, if you look at the way India play now, for example, in international cricket T20s, they smack it. Abhishek Sharma, he absolutely murders it from ball one.
And that's come from the IPL for the past couple of years.
Yeah, just the confidence, and we can keep going. And
I think it's a good thing.
Right. Well, what do I know, innit?
Yeah, you don't know
Let's be
anything.
honest, I'm waiting
Exactly,
for you
you
to say
don't
that.
know
all there's so many comments last episode time stamping the bit where you said to me, no one cares about your team. And then they were like, no one actually cares about you, mate. Shut up. I was like, yeah, Tiga, no worries. Also, because of this whole conversation about like batters, I think that makes bowling more difficult, first of all.
Without doubt.
Yeah, so then I think it's more impressive when, say, like a Noor Ahmad comes on the board, gets a fourfer on his debut. Like, no one really sees that coming, especially with everything going on. You two are both spin bowlers, so I think it's only right we talk about it.
Like I said, for him to first come on, first game, debut for Chennai to get fourfer, it's a big thing, especially in India against world-class players. Because he's only 19, 20, so he's very young. But he showcased his skills, and what he's done that over a period of time now. He's played in few other leagues, SA20. He's obviously for Afghanistan. He's been over a few other leagues as well, and he's been successful at that. So for him to do it first game, it shows what kind of bowler he is, the mystery he has, the confidence, and like I said, I think he'll go a long way as well. He'll definitely go a long way.
Yeah, he's quality, man. He bowled really well, but he's been bowling well for about a year and a half, probably. Like, he just bowls a lot more consistent than he did, obviously, previously. He's just attacking, spins it both ways, good pace.
And he's young. He's 20, how old is he? 20, 21. You know what I mean? And for him to do what he's done over the past 1-2 years in IPL as well now.
Chennai is a great place for him, though. Chennai is amazing for him. It's a great signing by them because it's obviously slightly bigger ground. It's always a little bit of spin. And he's with, obviously, MS and these guys who will, Ashwin, Jadeja, they will teach him so much about bowling, and it's wicked. He'll be proper.
We had a chat, and I was saying, like, to me, it's so weird that Afghanistan, like 10 years ago, were almost like non-existent in cricket. 10 years later, obviously there's Rashid, there's is Gurbaz playing this year in IPL?
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them, 5, 6.
Yeah, Omazai.
Where does that come from? Mo, you were explaining this to me, and I think it's just interesting for people to know, like, how does a nation that's so small, unknown in cricket, suddenly now have players playing in the biggest league?
Obviously, like, they love cricket. Number one, that's the country loves cricket, etc. But see, when you have a player like India had Sunil Gavaskar, followed by Sachin, then followed by Kohli, and then obviously Rohit, and then you produce so many batters from one superstar, mega superstar. at the start, and same as Pakistan had fast bowlers, Imran Khan, Shoaib Akhtar, Waqar, Wazim, and they always produced fast bowlers. Same in Afghanistan. So you had Rashid Khan and Nabi, who were their biggest, probably superstars at the time. And now they just got spinner after spinner coming. You got Noor, you got Mujib, Gazamfa. That's what happens. I don't know why. Until they get a batter who comes in and absolutely kills in IPL completely, then they'll start. And I think they will. I mean, Gurbaz is a top player. But it's when you have that one superstar, then he kind of, everyone follows.
But I think it's also them having the opportunity. I think it was probably 10 years ago when, for example, Rashid Khan first went as an overseas player to strikers. So he went there, he bossed it, did well. So the opportunities then came for him. Then he went and played this league, played that league. IPL came about, and then Afghanistan started getting on the map in terms of international cricket.
Yeah.
Then you got the batsmen come on. They got opportunities, SA20 in the leagues and stuff. So and it started building from there. And then people started recognizing, right, Afghanistan have got a real talent with spin, with batters. They've got something good coming out, and that's why the opportunities came about.
It's probably the best time to be like a cricketer from a nation that people don't really watch that often, innit? Because there's so many leagues, right? Like, obviously IPL is probably like the pinnacle of the franchise leagues.
100%.
So then if you don't make it to the IPL, like you could go and play, say, like...
There's so many leagues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
there's
you could
so
play
many
in
leagues.
100.
So many leagues.
Compared to like when you guys were playing, what was it?
When us guys were playing,
Yeah.
what are you trying to say?
Yeah, it was the IPL. It was the IPL, and then you had a couple of other leagues, like decent ones. But there's always, last 5 years, okay, we've been playing a bit more leagues, but before that, we never played any leagues, hardly. We just played a bit of IPL and that's it.
Yeah, so then if you're like a newcomer from Afghanistan or a newcomer from... there's nowhere to be found, innit?
But like I said, there's the opportunities then. Like I said, the smaller leagues, not the IPLs or the big bash, but you've got the smaller ones and whatever is around the world, Canada, Bangladesh, America, whatever. So they're always, over the years, they're there for them to have the opportunity and play.
You tired them, right?
No, Rash is just boring me with the same thing he just said 2 minutes ago.
What did I say 2 minutes ago? What did I
It's
say 2
the
minutes ago?
opportunities.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
it's just opportunities. Yeah. There's leagues.
So I can't use the same word. So I can't use the same word twice. I use opportunity. I can't use it again.
Nah, sorry, I just
No more
yawned.
opportunities. No more opportunities.
He's just tired at 2:30 in the afternoon. You know what I mean, it's not you this time.
English
Rash.
teacher, innit?
I might back you at the
He's
moment.
trying to teach me a bit of English as well.
Yeah.
You trying to teach me some English more?
How? What teaching me English? How?
Mo, what's another word for opportunity that Rash might be able to use in future endeavours?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's the word opportunity.
Be careful. Don't repeat yourself twice.
What he said was, yeah, they got opportunities, leagues, and then it's like 2 minutes later, he's just saying the same thing.
I think Mo's upset today.
He's upset.
I'm actually alright.
I'm actually alright. You're alright, mate.
I'm alright, mate.
Mo, before we end our IPL chat and move on to an Eid conversation, is there anyone you've seen in this like first period that you've gone like, oh, we should probably keep an eye on him? And same for you, Rash, but I'll give you a minute because you might not have watched all the games apparently. Is there anyone you've like...
There's a guy called Arya yesterday who was batting left-hander for Punjab. He looked a really good player. He's only young. Looked really good. I mean, it's first game, so you can't really tell. But and there's a couple of spinners actually. One guy with the long hair, Rash. I don't know if you saw him, wrist spinner.
Did he play for
Delhi or Lucknow? I think Lucknow.
Because he did KKR last year.
Yeah,
Not
him.
that
Yeah. Not the one, not the other one that we played against.
Not the one with the headband on.
So the one who played for KKR had a headband on last year, not this year. But the one I'm talking about had a headband on. It's long hair. It's a new guy.
Got on my head here. I don't know.
Who was he playing for? Delhi?
I don't know.
Anyway, there's a few good players.
Go on, Rash. Any insight into players that you've...
I think the players that I've got the eyes on is the players that you'll probably already know or seen.
Go on.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Shubman Gill and people like, oh, no, I don't know. But just say, give me the names. Shubman Gill, you got the, Kohlis and stuff like that. But in terms of the up and coming players, more will know a lot more about them. The players that, like I said, have not played much in IPL, but just up and coming for this year or 1 year that I wouldn't know. More should know a lot more of that.
Rush is terrible.
These names
with
that he's saying.
I told
So
you
these names. He's saying this leg
yeah.
spinner. Who is this leg spinner? He plays in the same league. He doesn't know his name. Apparently, he might play in the same franchise as him last year. He might be his same. He might be his teammate. I don't know.
Otherwise, I'd know his name.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure he's not your teammate?
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Rash didn't even know his own coach's name once.
What?
Playing it along. Playing along.
So is that Yorkshire? And Rash, you know exactly what story I'm talking about.
No, so listen. So what he's saying now, I was at Yorkshire, so
Go
this
on.
is not verified. He's not. He's
No,
going to
no.
start blagging it now.
This
but
is-
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I want to hear it from you. I'll tell you how truthful it is.
Okay.
Oh, how close
so
you are.
Rash had to sit in the changing room or whatever, so in the changing room, and name all the players and coaches and stuff, right? So he named quite a few or whatever, and then they said, right, what's your coach's name? And at the time it was Jason Gillespie, and he was like, Rash is like, Dizzy,
Hey.
Dizzy,
He's-
because
Oh,
they call
he's
him Dizzy.
blagging it.
They call him Dizzy, and like it didn't. And then there's another kid, a bit younger, whatever, and Rash went, you're the all rounder. Call him all rounder. I'm like,
So I think firstly he's blagging it about.
am
this
I blagging
Jason
it? Am I actually
Gillespie one.
blagging it?
You're 100%. You're blagging it with the Jason Gillespie
Nah,
one.
this
I
is-
don't know where he's got
this-
that one
loads
from.
of people are
Man,
verified
I loads of people now is blagging that one. So I played with Dizzy, Jason Gillespie in 2006-7. So I played with him. So for him so it don't make sense. What he's talking about was a pre-season we went to in Barbados. So this is a long time ago, pre-season. Everybody was in the room, and there was a lot of first-time people touring and stuff. And right, so people had to do dares and whatever. But one of mine was right. We had to go around each player and name their names. So a lot of the players' names I knew was nicknames. So he got to certain players, he was like, then he got to that player, I was like, yeah, I don't know that one. Then he got to that player, I was like, yeah, struggling here. So that was the thing. So, but him to say Dizzy, that's just complete lie.
And then what about
And,
what about when we were in?
So you're admitting that, so that's a lie, and I know that's a lie. But the other ones,
I never admitted nothing.
And
Okay, what about JT when we were on tour? And you went, after 3 weeks, you went, who's JT?
3 weeks on tour with this guy.
I'm just not good with names.
It's terrible.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
No, I'm just not. He's just not one of my
John
things,
Turner. But like, to be fair, he was like, he didn't know who John Turner was. And which one's JT?
Yeah, everybody call him JT, so I was JT.
Yeah.
JT, good lad though.
Can't remember his name, but
He's a
top
good
man.
lad.
Top man.
Top guy.
All right. Aside from IPL, let's very quickly talk about the end of Ramadan and Eid. And
Yeah.
Mo, what are you going to be doing? Because obviously you're away from family, I think, right?
Yeah. We've got a game. We actually got a game on that Monday. So Eid's on Monday. So, but this game will be in the evening, and obviously most of us will go to the mosque. There's quite a few of us Muslims who have been fasting, even on the coaching staff, in the reserves, like net bowlers and stuff. So yeah, we've been chilling, fasting. It's been good, man. I've really enjoyed it actually this year.
I think you said when we first spoke, like first episode, that like I think you said like during Ramadan you've actually only spent like 3 or 4 days at home in like the last 4 years, isn't it?
So in the last 4 years, I did 10. I was lucky enough to do 10 this year at home, and in the 3 years previously I did 1. I've always been fasting while I've been here. I haven't done Eid at home for ages.
It always falls in that time for him, especially that IPL time.
Yeah.
So it's tough, like I say, for him to be with family and just do that thing, or even experience that, with that family, with the whole
Yeah.
friends and family, and going to Eid namaz with the family and,
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's a bit harder.
Do you remember, Rash, when you were in
For
India and we were doing Eid? Not Eid. Did we Eid? We did do Eid prayer, but we were doing Ramadan together. And every night, about 4 a.m, we'd ring each other, just chat for a while before, and just while we're eating and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, that was 2-3 years ago. So that's the time when I played.
about 3 years ago, I
not
think.
played,
Yeah,
but I was in the IPL for Sunrisers.
Mm.
Hyderabad. That was a year. Because that year I did a full Ramadan there. That was my first full one away from home,
I can
and Eid there and everything.
I can see Mo being able to do it. Like not like you're not gonna.
Yeah, I did it.
I
I'm
think
here.
you'd struggle.
I
with
did it. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
here, mate. I'm here. So I did it.
what are you talking about? What did you say? What do you?
He's basically saying I would have struggled to do Ramadan and Eid away from home, but I said to him, I'm here, so I made it and I did it. I'm here right now. So it was actually quite good because we had a routine when I was in Surah. We had a routine. Me, first like Faruqi, and there was 2-3 other, like I said, the net ballers, 2-3 other guys who all did the same thing. Was fasting in the morning, have some food or whatever. In the evening, break our fast, and do our prayers together as well. So that was quite good. So I had that routine for the full month.
When you said like 1 year you were calling each other like every like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Was that like genuine question? Was that because like you didn't have anyone else, like you didn't have your family around, so the closest person was probably Mo?
No, that's a bit harsh. No,
No, because we're both because we're both away. We're both away. We both know we're going to be awake. Both eating probably at the same time. And obviously we chat generally anyway, so it's a bit easier.
Yeah,
At home, people will be sleeping, kids
Yeah.
will be sleeping, whatever.
Yeah. Have you been on tour together when it's during Ramadan?
No, we just played together for 15 years. We've not been on tour together.
No, but during Ramadan or Eid, man, this guy. Oh, you know what? I was sat here thinking he hasn't got on.
I wonder if we've done Ramadan together, Rush, apart from IPL.
I'm sure we'd done Ramadan in England season together.
Yeah, but loads of times.
Yeah,
That was hard,
Yeah, we were playing a game here and there. We travelling, so we done that on tour. I don't know. I can't remember on tour.
No, we wouldn't have because it's coming towards the winters now. So we would play together most of the time man, in the summer.
So no.
But the English summer Ramadan used to be tough. They were tough.
Oh,
Tough, very
bro.
tough.
Was it
What
like?
was it like? In the morning, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, less than
and
that.
then
I think it was like
evening
3
you
in
have
the
to
morning.
open it.
To 10 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, and then in the evening, open it at 9:30, 10.
9:30, 10
That's the
o'clock.
longest you
They
can
were
go.
long.
Yeah.
Oof, that's
And play cricket in between.
And
Yeah.
play cricket, yeah.
Oh.
tough.
I remember one game
Tough,
we were
tough.
playing. I was playing in Birmingham. I was fasting. There's a one ODI, I think. My legs had gone completely. Like by the end,
Yeah.
my legs are gone. Running.
100%.
Yeah, right.
Mate, it's tough. It's 100%. It's tough. I remember one of the days as well. I was fasting as well. It was absolutely boiling,
Yeah,
and I keep him fast.
Yeah.
And guess what? For me, guess what I do when I play for England? My fielding position. Well, what's my fielding position? Where do I
45,
go?
45 short third.
And Tassima's, where do I go?
Oh, fine leg to fine leg. Yeah, that's far.
So I'm fasting. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
I'm
remember that.
Fine leg, all the way to fine leg, all the way back, and I've been doing that.
That's
I'm like,
long.
I'm dying here, I'm jogging and stuff.
Can you not? Might be a daft question, but can you not ask for a change? Obviously, that's your position.
No,
but
but
like,
it's your
you're
sport.
getting hammered,
No,
like, you
no,
keep
it's
being
your
go-
sport. It's something you gotta do. So you gotta be mentally. You gotta be strong.
Also, when you're fasting, is like you try and fight for a period of time. You want to find a position where you can just like chill a little, have a bit of a breather.
hide. You're a hide.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
hide a little bit. And I used to do the same when I was fasting. Sometimes I want to go third man or like opposite to Rash and just hide a little bit,
Yeah.
just for a couple of overs, just to have a bit of a breather.
Do that now. Hide without fasting.
Oh, now now it's really important to
Let's
hide.
go for it. Just hide. Just hide.
100% hide.
That's it just wait. Where's the best position to hide? Would you say?
Short third, short fine leg or short third. Man?
Short fine
One of them
leg,
two.
short fine leg.
Yeah.
Because short third man is like it can still
But-
you're in the game and
but-
stuff. But Rash made that. To be fair, Rash was good at it.
But I'm a
Very good at it.
specialist, so I'm a specialist now at short fine or short.
Yeah, Rash was really good at it.
I just run.
He sprints at it, got
I
a good
just run-
throw.
I
Accurate.
just run to that position now. As soon as we get on the pitch, right? I'm
Yeah,
right there.
that's me.
Shotgun.
I used to
Staying there.
try and hide and slip sometimes because like in a game you're probably gonna get like 1 or 2 nicked, if that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know you can't really hide and slip because you gotta be switched on as well.
About to say
Yeah,
that.
the only
Every
thing is
ball
you
you
gotta
gotta
be
be
switched on.
just-
Yeah.
Just in case it comes every ball and you just might get a dolly in. There we
No,
go.
you're always. I
Yeah,
think
because you
you're always switched on, Rush. Flipping heck. You're always switched on. You just like at 45, you get less balls. You go try and go somewhere where you just get less come to you,
Yeah.
and that's not good for the kids. Obviously, this is just when we're a bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're 37, 38.
Rash is legit talking about hiding. He's actually falling asleep in the position, and we're going no. Like, I think, like you just said in slip, like you might get like 1 or 2 touches, but because you've been stood there for so long, not switched off.
Yeah.
But that's probably when people drop catches, isn't it? Because you're just like,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm just sort of like chilling in this position. That must be horrible.
Slips is tough. It's not easy being at slip. Because it's
Yeah.
all instinct, I think. A lot more like it's a
Yeah.
lot of instincts. As soon as they nick, it's all instinct you move and stuff. You can't really think about it because boys are less than half a second for the nick
Yeah.
to come to
Yeah.
you. So it's pure instinct. Tough. You should try it.
Nah, I'm
Have you
good.
ever been in slip?
Nah.
Have you played? Forget that. You played cricket. Haven't you?
Yeah, I play cricket. I'm alright, you know. But
We still need to see you play.
but I field like a Pakistani fielder. I can't field.
Come on, not
That's a
all
bit
Pakistani
harsh. That's
fielders
a bit
are like
harsh,
that.
bro.
I know. I was gonna say.
That's a fan's
I mean,
opinion.
Pakistan, I bet Shadab can't gun fielder.
Yeah, he's a great fielder, but
Haris
then,
Rauf gun fielder.
He's
So
actually
who
good.
are you trying to say
He's
is not?
good for a fielder.
They're both good. Who's not good? So I want to hear who's not good. Now you're saying it, so let's hear it.
I want to go see some of these guys in about 2-3 weeks
Yeah,
time.
you might be- yeah.
Who's not a good fielder? Shadab's a great fielder.
No. Let's not talk about. I already said Shadab and Harris. Let's talk about somebody who's not
Guys that could concentrate more is what I would say.
And I want to say current players. Don't be going ex-players.
Listen,
Nah, leave it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll give you a pass.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But nah,
Give me a
the general consensus is that Pakistani fielders can't field. The general consensus from like fans, which could be wrong. But the amount of drop catches in PSL is it's not good.
Well, you seen that firsthand though, haven't you?
Yeah, and I do think like
So a lot of Multan Sultan players drop catches.
last year we did. Last year we dropped 12. 12 I think in the first 6 games. So yeah, but let's not get into that. Let's not start digging out fielders.
No.
But Shadab's a good fielder. Shadab's a great
They've
fielder.
got a lot of sick fielders.
He's a great cricketer, I think, all round.
Yeah.
Like, he can do a bit of everything.
He's good. He's a massive shot. Great is massive, bro. But he's good.
He loves the great. Everybody's a great.
But okay, but last time I said best, now I've toned it down to great.
Great's a heavy word, bro. Great's bigger than best.
Sorry.
No, great is not bigger than best.
I mean, great is like Sachin Tendulkar is a great of the game.
But he's
The
the
great
best.
player.
Sachin's the best.
No, he's not the well. he's
No.
up there
So
with
the best becomes more of an opinion, right? So like you'll say someone's the best, he'll say someone's the best. But the great is you can't something that you all generally know is a great.
Okay, Rash, name a great. Name one great.
Sachin.
Okay. Mo, name one great that isn't Sachin.
Jack Callis.
Then I can go Brian Lara. He can go Wazim Akram.
Yeah.
They can keep going on.
Okay, now name one best, Rash.
But then you could one best.
Jonty Rhodes. Hold on, Jonty Rhodes, best fielder.
So so best is definitely better than great.
Anyway, just stop saying great so many times. Yeah.
All right,
End of
he's
story.
good. He's
Yeah.
Shadab's good. That's
No,
good.
he's just very good. But great. Oof.
Good's a diss, I think. If you said to me you're a good presenter, I think that's a diss.
But I won't say you're great. No. No, I don't mean like that. I mean like great because the great status is hard.
Right.
You got to be doing it over a period of time. You know, over
Yeah.
maybe 10, 15, 20 years, smashing it.
Yeah.
And then you become a great. You can't become a great after a couple of years.
Actually, you're right. That's the
5 years,
difference.
10.
So Rush is right. You can be the best within a year or less than a year. You can't be a great within a year.
Consistently over 10, 15, 20 years.
All right. Now I know.
I taught you something, Anna.
Yeah.
Go on, Rash. Bit of education. Go on, Rasha.
I'm learning from him. See, the English that he's taught me, the stuff, how to speak.
The cleverest.
come
You're
from
cleverest.
Just look like the cleverest and everything. A.B. Bevilliers and whatever it was, you know.
Rash is very smart. Rash is very, very smart.
I am what I am, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Mo are probably. I mean, you probably this.
Don't even put me in the same league as you. Don't even put me in the same league as you. Don't
And he
even
was
try
gonna
it.
buy that. See that? He buy.
I
No, you're up
got
there. You're
Rash.
up there.
You know I got
Me and him up there.
Rash. What
Me and him
mean
up there,
you?
not the me and him up. Me and you up there, but not the cleverest.
I can't wait to get.
Fine,
I can't wait to get other England players on, and we ask them this question. We'll ask every single England player.
But
We just ask them a
you
question.
understand something? I'm not denying it. But I'm saying me and him are both. Not
Why
the
you put
cleverest
me in
in
the same category as you?
Because I know you, brother.
No.
I know you.
You know the stories.
I know you
Once the
very
stories
well.
will come out, you know that's it. You're finished.
For story, but there's many stories for both of us.
No. There's so
Many.
many for you, and you know that.
Yeah, there's probably more for me, but there's a lot for him.
You're putting you and him in the same lower end bracket of the smartest.
Yeah, 100%. I do that. I admit that. But
Yeah.
he's like, so he's here. He's here. No, wait. He's here.
But I said that.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Either way.
here. And then the rest of the guys up there. But there's a big gap between me and him.
I see. Yeah. So yeah. You're at the bottom. There's greats at the top. Mo's in the middle.
Mate. That's the one. Well, what are you going to GCSEs?
It doesn't matter. I was playing cricket.
What, when you was, how old were you?
What,
15?
hold on. What's the tangerine? Yeah, don't go there.
Yeah, don't go
Hey,
there.
I'm
Don't
ready
worry, mate.
I'm ready to
I'm going
hear
to go on
this
my
story.
phone. I'm going to go in my notes. I'm going to go, right, listen, what's
I've got loads
Mo's
as well.
dumb stuff? I've got a list of Mo's dumb stuff. And
I've got
Pick
a
'em
list of Rash's dumb stuff as well, by the way. on my
I got a
phone.
list
Ready
already,
for
mate.
years.
so I've had it for 10 years if I go back on it.
I'm guessing there was a point where Rash said, "What's a tangerine?"
Yeah,
No.
just laugh.
We'll,
Did it-
that's for another day, Rasha.
Yeah, that's for another day.
That's for another day.
All right, very quickly, Mo, I need your thoughts on something football related. Rash, you can dial up.
No,
for
I want to
60
listen
seconds.
to this.
You want to listen
I
to
want to
this?
educate myself.
All right, top man. Look at that. He's engaged today. This is a different Rash.
Yeah.
This is the great. This is not the good one. This is the great one.
Yeah, it's a good, Rash in a good mood, not moody one today.
He's in a fantastic mood.
Fantastic.
Mo, quick question. Trent looks like he's going to Madrid. Trent plays Liverpool. Madrid,
know,
obviously,
guys.
massive.
Trent,
He's leaving.
Arnold.
Yeah, nice. What's your opinion on it? What's your feeling?
Obviously, like disappointing that we're losing such a valuable player, like done really well, won blows. But I actually don't blame him because he's won everything at Liverpool, and I think when you win everything and you've done so well from a young age, I think he should go. I think he should be allowed to leave and um, play for Madrid, go win more trophies, more than likely, and just playing for Real Madrid.
Is that where he's going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me add some context to this for
Yeah.
Rash, or for even people who don't watch football. He's played for Liverpool since he was a young boy. He wanted to be the captain. He wanted to be a great.
Do you reckon he wanted to be captain? Is that what it was?
He said himself. Yeah, he said himself he wanted to be captain one day. He said like that'd be the greatest honor for me to be the captain of this club.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna leave because he's not captain.
No, yeah. I agree with that. But the other part of this is that like Liverpool fans are annoyed because he's leaving for free, and he's £100 million player leaving to Madrid for free. I personally think Madrid would have said to him, "If you don't come to us now, we'll go get someone else. Like we're not going to wait for you. So it's now or never."
Is he still quite young in terms of in football?
27, so he's probably got like 5-6 years at the top left yet. So he's still got time. I'm actually fine with it. I think like he's ambitious, and I like that for him.
100%, yeah.
And if he wants to play for Madrid, like no one's ever saying no to that opportunity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like also he's got an opportunity, like you said, to play for Real Madrid, the greatest, one of the obviously the biggest club in the world. And why not, man? Like he's 27, he's achieved everything at Liverpool. And I know there's a lot of people saying he's a rat, snake, and all that kind of stuff, but I disagree completely. I disagree because he's done his bit and he's done amazing. And if somebody said to me, "Look, we can sell Trent, or he's going to help us win the league, and then he can leave," I would say, "Help us win the league, and then he can go and leave."
Did he come through the whole system?
Yeah.
As at the age of what,
Like
Just
six,
academy.
7,
Yeah.
Liverpool through everything, through the age groups and everything.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. So, like, once you leave Liverpool, I think Liverpool in particular, once you leave Liverpool and you've started there and everything, then you kind of lose that legend status. And even though I will always see him as a Liverpool legend because he's done amazingly well.
Which I think's sad, and I don't think it's right.
If you ask, like, I'd ask this question to you. Last year, you said Trent can stay for a year, and you win the league, or you sell him for free, or you sell him for 100 million now. What would you do?
Take the league.
100%.
Like you want to win a trophy. Basically, what we're saying is £100 million on a trophy.
Yeah.
And I'm taking it. I'm taking the biggest trophy available every time over the money. Every time.
And especially for Liverpool, I think like
Yeah.
more than anyone, more than most of the teams, and obviously other teams would do the same. But for us, like if somebody said Champions League, Premier League right now, I would take the Premier League first. Even though Champions League is probably the bigger, the harder trophy to win, in people's opinions. But I would say for us, it's the Premier League.
Cool. Rash, do you enjoy that bit of education at the end?
Very good.
You've educated me. I've educated you. Mo's learnt a few things.
Yeah.
What's more learnt?
Mo, what have you learnt this session?
Not much. What do you want to learn?
Oh, he's the cleverest in the room, innit? You don't need to learn.
Well, you've learned what a
have a
badger
chit
is.
chat.
You've learned what a badger is.
You learn what
And-
great definition of great and the best and stuff.
To be honest, I'm more confused about a badger than I've ever been. Because Rash is not a badger, but is a badger, but not a badger, and it's fine to be. But it's all
Who
confusing.
confused you?
Yeah.
No. Rush makes out.
Brother,
All I said was
brother,
Rush
that-
makes out like he's not a
but
badger.
but that brother confused you, didn't he?
Yeah. Well,
confused.
in the comments, who is a badger? Let us know. And is Rash's definition of great the correct one? Because I actually want to know. If
And what was the definition?
No,
Your
Rush, you tell us.
definition
No, let Rush tell us the
Yeah.
definition. Go on. What you
Rush,
think
what's
is
the
great?
definition?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
So a great, so for example, Sachin. Why is Sachin?
No. What is
Over a
it?
number of
What's the
years.
definition?
No, I'll
of
tell
great?
you over definition. I'm not a flipping dictionary. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'll give you my, I'll give you my definition.
What's your
of a
definition?
great.
Go on then. Sachin.
Over a period of long time, whichever sport it is, whether it's football, cricket, boxing, they've dominated then over, like I said, 10, 15, 20 years, consistently putting performances in, winning certain things, titles, trophies, and in that field where there's batsmen or ballers or whatever,
So is
dominating.
hold on, is AB
And breaking
de
records
Villiers a
and-
great?
In terms of him personally achieving certain things, yes. In terms of him achieving World Cups and stuff, I know you're going to say he hasn't won World Cups, he hasn't won titles or whatever, but in terms of him as an individual, what he's done for the game itself, he's a great. sort of different types now. So they're great. in
Galore
that
Rash.
sense.
Oh yes.
So yeah, you know what I mean. You like that answer, man?
was
You
good,
like
no,
that
that was
answer?
good to be
You like
honest.
the answer,
When
sir?
Rashid trying to just thinks he's clever.
Is that you happy with
No,
that?
you're trying to be
My
smart.
teacher, my English teacher.
Thanks, Rash.
See, I say a few words. You're trying to be smart. I don't say a few words. This guy, you know,
Rashid
he's
proud
not,
of
he's not all
himself.
there.
No, he's proud of himself.
Oh yeah, I'm not all there.
You're not.
I'm not all there,
You're
but
not all there.
just got a little bit
A
there.
solid save though.
You
Like,
happy-
he
you happy
done
with
you
that?
there at the end, Mo. He did. He's done you.
How's he done me? I said, what's the
tried to get-
definition of great? And then he goes, I'll tell you my definition of great.
Oh,
So,
okay, let's listen. You take it. Or you happy? You win.
No, you.
Happy.
It's not competition.
All right. On that note, we're gonna leave you. Thank you as always for tuning in on podcast, YouTube, whatever platform you're watching or listening on, and we'll see you on episode 5. Mo will still be in India. Me and Rash will still be in the studio. So we'll see you then. Right. 3 minutes to go.
Rush is
Everyone's had
happy
good
with that.
timing.
Rush is happy with that one, isn't
Today was Jerry, but what are you happy with that? Today's podcast?
he? Yeah.
I think we're all happy with that.
It's practice and Rush not being in a bad mood. That's all.
What bad? I don't understand.
No, bro. Now we're sat together.
So today I was in a good
It's no
mood.
coincidence that you're in a good mood today and you're not really like shaking your legs trying to go, what's going on? Why are we not starting?
Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah, so like that kind of thing, you know what I mean?
But I think my philosophy is once the red light is on, like you gotta
Right,
go
and
into
when
like
cameras
you gotta switch
action.
it on.
Operation Theatre.
Yeah, like let's get it on for 40 minutes and then you can leave.
Operation Theatre.
Rajasthan, they're good, aren't they?
They're the good team. They're all good teams, man.
Samson and Hetmeyer.
Jaiswal.
Who's that?
Jaiswal's a. Did you say who's
Left-hander.
Jaiswal? He's a gun, bro.
The
Well-
left-hander. See what I'm saying? You don't know cricket, man.
Wait, hold on, but his full
Gone
name
left-hander.
His full name is Jay Swell. Is that a nickname?
Jaiswal.
Jaiswal. I don't know his.
That's
Yeah,
that's it.
you
That's
are-
his surname. That's his first name. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, is he? He's
Indian left-hander,
Indian,
but
yeah. His name is Jay Swell.
plays for India.
But he said Jay Swell. That's what I'm saying. Jay space
Jaiswal.
SW. No, he's.
Jaiswal.
He said Jay as well.
You said Jay Swell. The first time you said Jay Swell.
Jay as well.
No, I didn't say Jaiswal.
It's hard, man. You know when the batsman's on a roll, they're just slugging.
Yeah.
Not slugging, but just banging it, like head,
Yeah.
just going. It's hard to bowl to that. Because as soon as you bowl it wide, they'll cut you. As soon as you're straight, they'll flick you.
I reckon soon, Kali, the game has to change a bit.
In favour of the bowlers.
No. Not rules, but I think the bowlers left. I think they have to start and bowl like wide every ball, even in power play, and have two
Yeah.
just so they don't get hit for sixes on this side.
Like they bowl good balls, whatever top six. As soon as they bowl crap balls wide, they have to reach for it. They might cut it. It's 1 run. Or worse, they might cut it for 4. So you'd rather go hit for 4 than them picking up for 6. So you got to play that game.
But at the moment, they're hitting like 6 here, 4 there, 6 here, 6 here. It's like, okay, we're just going to shut one side off. We're not going to get hit on the leg side. If you're going to hit me for 6, you have to hit me on the long side, on the off side.
Yeah, I reckon it will go like that.
I think it has to go.
A lot more.
So, tell the boys, I've got to shoot. I've got to shoot anyway.
Tuja, I'll speak to you later, inshallah.